Please. That's not me. That's not my video. So whatever that person got rated for, I don't know. I didn't break the law. That's not even like that's not even where I live. Although people are trying to like I posted in my Insta story, people claim that they're trying to drive around wasting gas trying to find out actually where I live so they can use the excuse to say, well, she went live and showed certain areas. Like, there's a Twister right across from where we think she lives, and her mom said the name of the motel, even though that's not the name of the motel. Truthfully, honestly, that's a password. And then they're trying to say like, oh, we got her now, and this is an excuse for us to show up to her apartment and start harassing her there too, because she doxed herself. So it's her fault that we're trying to actively find out where she lives, even though we don't know where she lives. She said her room number one time, which I never even said my room number, which is crazy. But I mean, go ahead if you will, weirdos. Like, seriously, like, it's giving Jeffrey Dahmer. It's giving Charles Manson. Oh, yeah. Us weirdos want an excuse to just find out where she lives. Like, I literally said that people recognized me when I was just walking to the gas station. People are literally driving around motels just to catch a glimpse of me coming out. They're literally wasting their car gas to literally drive around and to all the motels they can think of and like literally find. They spent their whole night driving around looking for me. Isn't that not crazy, or isn't that not crazy? That doesn't give people an excuse to like be weirdos. Then I have to deal with the weirdo who keeps coming on the internet cosplaying as me. That's crazy. That was doing it before. Her and her mother have yet to sue me with the FBI, right? Because she said her mom said she was going to sue me because I said she was a fake nurse. She hasn't sued me yet. She hasn't sued me yet. You have to understand something. When you're saying you want to be famous, right? You know who was famous? MJ. What happened to MJ for being famous? Like, people unalived him. You want to know why people unalived him? He had no privacy. You know who else has no privacy? Justin Bieber. You know who else has no privacy? Britney Spears. Apparently people are showing up to her house. And what's going to happen to Britney Spears? She's going to be unalived. You know why she's going to unalive herself? Because of people like you say, oh, well, you wanted to be famous. Do you think it's right for these people to lose their privacy because they're famous? Don't do that and say, well, you wanted to be famous. Because let's be honest, okay? And this is not a threat towards people, but if I have to legally obtain a weapon and make sure you never make it home, okay, I will, because it's called self-defense. So if you want to say I want to be famous, well, then maybe you don't want to see the light of day again. Self-defense is what I can do. It's not against the law. So don't show up to someone's place thinking that you're gonna leave. Someone to say, well, you wanted to be famous. Don't do that. That doesn't give people the right to show up to my place. Do with that info as you will. It's called self-defense. There's nothing against the law that says that you show up unwarranted and see what happens. You're asking for problems that you don't want problems to. Don't do that. If I have to have protection to protect myself, I will. There's no longer, like, you guys have to stop doing things. You have to stop pulling up. You have to stop, like saying, like, hey, da-da-da-da, or walking up to me or anything because, or, you know, there's a difference between being, like, a nice person. There's a difference between someone pretending they're nice and be like, oh, I recognize you from TikTok, then turning around saying, yeah, I seen her at my job, she comes here every day, she lives here, right? I don't know what these people are saying behind the screen. They feel so tough behind the screen because they can. And in actuality and reality is that they wouldn't say it to someone's face because they know what's gonna happen. Like, literally someone pulled up in the white car and was like, da 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 da, we'll have us live. And I was like, that is like the awkwardest thing, because I was just walking out. Like, you're literally making a U-turn, putting your life at risk just to get a glimpse of me is crazy. Just so you can say, you're like, yeah, I saw her around this area, that's where she's at. It's not funny. This stuff is not like literal, not a game. Like, it's literally not a game. I don't play games with my life, and I most certainly would think you don't play games with your life. That is crazy that you don't take your life seriously. People wanting to like see me does not mean that I'm gonna stop doing social media. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm well protected everywhere I go. And if you make an inch, just know that self-defense is allowed. Okay? Because I'm not the one to be messed with anymore. You're not going to try to like terrorize me into getting off the internet. That's not how it works. You shouldn't play with your life. I don't play with mine. You guys don't take your life seriously. You take life as a joke. Life is not a joke. This is the real world. And you're gonna have to wake up one day and realize that this is real life. Real life is not a joke. You just don't like put your life in danger, first of all, you could have gotten an accident. Like, that's crazy. That's not even where you make a U-turn, but you made a U-turn. Like, people are literally wasting their gas trying to drive around and follow and try to find where I'm at so they could have the excuse to say that I doxed myself, because they want every inch or excuse to say that it's okay to harass me. Like, that's crazy. If the police won't do anything about it or take matters into their hands like they're supposed to, then I'll do it. Because I'm tired at this point. The police are not doing nothing. Like seriously. I have about like 6 police reports. The police aren't going to do something, I will. If it's got to be like that, it's got to be like that. In order for me to protect my life and take it seriously, I have to take it seriously. That's not going to stop me from literally getting off of social media. If anything, it's literally pushed me to literally continue to work from home, because I never want to see the light of day. Now, I know exactly about the very discreet celebrities like Jim Carrey, who wants to live away from everyone and away from everything, because the way that these celebrities get bothered, that's what I want to be, somewhere in a nice house and where no one could ever find me. Literally, I understand why these celebrities do what they do now, where they no longer want to be in the spotlight, they no longer want to act and stuff because of people like this. It's crazy. You want me to go to a 9-to-5 job so you could just show up there and then like be like hi all the time, find out where I work, and then just like start showing up every day. It's crazy. Like, no, like, you don't know the anxiety you cause people. Sorry, my throat. You don't know the anxiety you cause people about never wanting to go out and have a job. I don't have to if I don't want to. I could choose to do whatever I want. And I know there was a lot of people saying, what if TikTok is... But, you know, like, good riddance. Right? Like, I could care less about TikTok. I'm getting doxxed left and right on TikTok. TikTok does not care about people's safety. You can't dox me anywhere. Let's be honest. If TikTok goes, you're blocked on Instagram, and any account you make, you'll be blocked. Nice try. Like, who are you gonna argue with? You can't argue with me anymore. You can't get to me. TikTok's gone. Like, goodbye. You think what? I'm gonna care about TikTok? I'm gonna cry? I literally go viral anywhere that I go. I'm literally almost close to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like, let's be honest. I'm not that concerned about TikTok. TikTok allows black people, minorities, and specifically to get mistreated. They allow me to get doxxed and other people to get doxxed on the internet. It's crazy. And then people want to sit here and find some excuse. No, you can't repost my videos anymore. You can't post videos doxing me. Where are you going to do that at? YouTube? Oh, cool. Nice try. YouTube will take that down so fast if you're doxing someone. Crazy. Now you can't harass me. Cutting the cord. This is like people think I'm supposed to cry. Of course, yeah, a lot of us worked hard for TikToks, you know. Here's the thing, like, the fact that the only person that thinks that they could save TikTok is Charlie D'Amelio's dad is crazy. Why? Because his daughter's job only existed on TikTok. Once it goes bye-bye, what's she gonna do? Half of these influencers don't even know what they're gonna do because their job consistent exists on TikTok. They're like in a scramble, in a frenzy, telling people to go to Clapper. Did you know the Clapper is owned by ByteDance? Did you know all of these apps that literally are a carbon copy of TikTok are owned by ByteDance? So no matter where you go, eventually one of those apps is going to be targeted and be taken down and banned. And be taken down and banned just like TikTok. And banned just like TikTok. Because when you and banned just like TikTok. Because when you migrate to another app that is owned under ByteDance. To another app that is owned under ByteDance. What does that tell you? Thank you for the heart hands. The only thing people have is YouTube Shorts, if lucky. But the ad revenue on YouTube is just horrible. They literally, you get paid through AdSense, ad revenue. And Meta thinks that everyone is going to leave TikTok and go to Meta. So that's why they revoked incentives, meaning pay people to post reels. So here's the thing. You won't get paid posting reels. So there's no point because you're not making any money on Instagram, and you're not going to make any money on Facebook either because Facebook is Meta. So they're removing all the incentives, meaning from Facebook and Meta. So all those people are like, yeah, I make money on Facebook, I make money on Instagram. It's like, I can just easily go there. They're removing all of that. They're literally, my mom is fine. They're literally removing all of that, meaning that you only have like a few options. Twitch takes a lot of percentage of your subs unless you're like, what's his name, Corey? He's the most subscribed black person on Twitch. He just hit a milestone. I think it was like 300,000 subs. My mom is fine. Anyways, he hit like 300,000 subs. And he's like the most subbed black person on Twitch. He hit that milestone anyways. Twitch isn't any better. These live streams are gonna suck. Like, if TikTok gets banned, there isn't really a good place to go live, first of all. Instagram has their copyright policies. You can't play music, so it would just probably be dead silence. On Twitch, you can't play music because they mute your videos if you try to repost them on Twitch. Like, if you want to repost your videos, you can't because it has copyrighted music in the background. They don't allow that. YouTube definitely doesn't allow copyright music when you're live. So there isn't anywhere else. That's like... So yeah. Thank you for the gift orange. The fact that people are saying, well, you chose this, so what if I just like stood outside your house? What if I drove around to find out where you lived? They said, well, you chose this because you harassed me. I should send people to look for you. That would be crazy, right? I wouldn't do that, but let's just say I did. People would re-cancel because they say, oh, you're canceled. I'm not canceled. I still have a platform. If I was canceled, I wouldn't have a platform. TikTok is literally watching everything people do. I'm drinking a cellulose. I have a platform. I mean, I should. TikTok's been watching everything since I've been live on TikTok. They know who's doing what, or are you just like acting like you don't do anything? They have moderators that watch these live streams. Do you know the people who get punished? Thank you for the burger and fries. The people who get punished are literally the people who are literally fighting against injustice. Those are the people who speak out about things. Those are the people who get targeted and have their videos taken down even though they did nothing wrong, or their whole account. Like I was in a Discord and someone was asking for help because their account got taken down because they're a large creator who went through something, I'm not going to say what, and they got bullied. And because they got bullied and they showed proof, TikTok took their account away. There are people who are told that if they... someone who I was on her live stream got told if she stopped talking about racism, they would consider giving her a sponsorship. That to me is crazy. If you want to get sponsorships, then you need to stop talking about racism. Like, that's crazy. Like, left or right, people get punished. People get punished for being doxxed, and that's crazy. This app is full of nothing but horrible, hateful human beings. And then you people are the people that are going to sit here and complain and cry when there is no place for me to go live because TikTok's being banned. The same people who cause violence and incite like a danger to TikTok, because let's be honest, literally all the stuff that happens on here, you're the reason why TikTok's being banned. It's not because of China, like security breach, etc. I remember there was a thing floating around that they said TikTok is dangerous because of the stuff that exists on TikTok, not because of China. It's because y'all dox people and y'all put people's personal information out there, and y'all love to use slurs left and right and think that it's okay, but you're the reason why TikTok is being banned. You didn't listen. You wanted to continue to keep trolling people, and look, this is what it's come to. And lots of people, lots of minority people said that they're glad that it's coming to TikTok being banned because they're sick and tired of it. TikTok was never for minorities. You know what's the messed up thing is that I literally have a live stream manager that watches me get doxxed but literally does nothing. What's the point of me having a live stream manager if there's still negativity in my chat? If I've literally asked people what to do to clear the negativity, and that just doesn't seem to work. Like, it's crazy that we have live stream managers who literally can't help with nothing. That makes no sense, but okay. Thank you for the burger and fries. It's just crazy. Like, y'all be obsessed for what? There's 4,000 people in this live stream, and that's crazy. Like, y'all just think that, oh, you chose this life. This is what you wanted to be famous. Even when I'm famous, do you not think after this incident that it's not going to not incite me, but it's not going to push me to walk around with bodyguards? Because let's be honest, I really wanted to be like, oh, when I become famous, you know, I don't want bodyguards. You have to understand something. When you own a business and you own your own business in it and you start making loads of money, you have to literally report that to the taxes, which puts it out there. So if my business became $1 billion business, which people are going to say, I doubt that's going to happen, but whatever. If I was literally to become famous off my business, people would still know because it's out there, because I have to file taxes. You can't hide your finances. It has to be known because you have to file taxes. This is why you don't see really rich people out. This is why Bill Gates no longer wants to be rich. Thank you for the gift points. He said he no longer wants to be rich. He's donating all his money to charity. He doesn't. Yeah, it was on Twitter. You didn't hear this? He tweeted on Twitter he no longer wants to be rich. And I said, well, that's not possible because you're still a celebrity. You're the creator of Microsoft. You can't escape the celebrity. Like, you're literally like a celebrity in a way. Even if you're not rich, people are still going to recognize you for being Bill Gates. You're the Bill Gates. You can't escape that. No, he's not donating money as write-offs. He's donating all of his money. He said every single cent is going into the Melinda Bill Gates fund. That like charity him and his wife had. He said every single cent is going to the fund. That it's a fund for, I forget what it is. I forget what their charity is for. But anyways, he said he no longer wants to be rich. And I could understand why. More money, more problems. But the thing is like, good luck. Because you know how expensive it is for bodyguards? Especially, like, bodyguards are hella expensive. Do you know how, for you just being a celebrity, you have to be making millions of dollars for your protection. If you're giving all your money away, right? You're saying that you're going to donate all of your earnings, all of your money away. How are you going to keep yourself protected? Nothing is free. That's like crazy. Like you can't escape. Just like you wouldn't be able to keep yourself safe without money. You need lots of money considering you're a celebrity. Celebrities need lots of money to keep themselves safe. Once you're out there in the public eye, that's it. You can't go back to no money. Unless you become, like, there's some celebrities that have become homeless and broke and unrecognizable. Well, no, because people are going to recognize you. You're walking without a bodyguard. You're putting your life at risk. Do you know how many weirdos are out here? Let's be honest. Lady Gaga had weirdos, like, literally in her DMs. The Kardashians had, like, stalkers in their DMs. Hugh Jackman, I think it was Hugh Jackman, the Wolverine, literally went to a gym and this lady had a type of thing that people use to shave with, but I'm not going to say that, the part of the shaver, and literally tried to chop off a piece of his hair, followed him to the gym. Like, literally, Jungkook had people follow him to the gym. RM had his information leaked. That is, like, literally crazy. Like, BTS is literally getting doxxed. It was RM, and then it's, like, JK being followed to the gym that he goes to, which is absolutely crazy. Thank you for the gift points. Hugh Jackman, that lady just, like, tried to chop a piece of his hair off. There's been people that have had, like, stalkers follow them. Like, do you think if these people who are celebrities, like Bill Gates, walking around with no bodyguard is going to be potentially safe? He won't be able to afford a bodyguard. He gave all his money away. Walking around with no bodyguard, do you think that would be safe and wise? No. Like I said, he was like, his seatbelt wouldn't unbuckle to get out, whatever it was, because he saw me. He had been watching me for like days. I would be sitting at the bus stop because I would go to the grocery store, and I would see him just like drive out of the side streets and just like look at me. And just like one time I was crossing the street, and it's always those weird ones that are like, psst, psst, come here. And I'm like, I'm not coming to your truck. I don't know who you are. Like, I just kept walking and went to the gas station and went about my day. The worst thing to do is ignore someone. Even, like, I mean, don't go up and talk to someone. That would be dumb as well. But it gets worse when you ignore them because they continue. They get even more worse because you ignored them. You ignore them and they get worse, right? It's like someone talking to you and you don't say anything, and they're like, they continue even though you're not acknowledging them. You're not talking to them. It's like, what is inviting about someone? If someone's not talking to you, then stop talking to them. Like, don't keep pursuing, because you're only gonna get pepper sprayed in the face or something. Don't continue a conversation if the person is not talking to you, right? Like, driving through side streets, like, staring at me, like, all the time I was out. Every time I was out, he happened to be there, just, like, watching me, which was weird. And then, at that moment, when he was trying to get his seatbelt out, that's when the cop pulled up. Obviously, someone was with me, a guardian angel or someone, because the fact that his seatbelt was broken and he couldn't unbuckle it and the cop pulled up, that was not a coincidence. And then he just left real quick and I never saw him again. And that's not like the only weird encounters there. Like the one guy who was old enough to be my grandpa, who kept asking my mom every time he saw her on the bus, like, where's your daughter at? I'm 19 years old at the time. That is crazy to me that someone who looks like they're in their 60s is wondering what a 19-year-old woman is and where she's at all the time. That's crazy. Where's your daughter at? Why isn't your daughter with you? I always see her with you all the time. Why is it? Like, that's crazy. And not to mention, one night when I was coming from the gas station and this car that had tinted windows just pulled up and parked in the middle of the street, just like stopped and was like staring at me. That's crazy. Like, that's insane. Like, I couldn't even see who it was in there. They just stopped and they were looking at me. And I was like, I just gotta get home because this is not safe. And I just stopped because I was like, what the heck? Like, that's like weird. It was like dark and they just like stopped. The windows were tinted. They were staring at me and then they just kept going. I've encountered a lot of creepy people in my life. Lots of creepy people. This is why, the only time I ever went out a lot was when my friend was alive. Otherwise, now I don't. Unless it's someone, unless I have an absolute reason, if I'm with someone, then of course. If I'm not with anyone, I don't feel comfortable going out by myself anymore. Like, I can't even, like I told you guys, my old address where I used to live, I couldn't even go to the gas station without someone saying, you need a ride. Like, he had like a white truck, and I went to the gas station to get something for my dad, and he was like, I'm like, I just live right there, but I didn't say I live right there. I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, what about me says I need a ride? You're just asking random women if they need a ride. That's what happened to the Green River Unaliver. I can't say that K word, but he would prey on women. What he did, he had, I don't know if it was a green truck. I forget where this was at. Look it up. It's like a Lifetime movie based off of him. Anyways, he preyed on women. He would ask women if they needed rides, and they would accept rides from him. Or he would pick up underage girls. Trigger warning, because, I'm not going to get into the real graphic stuff because obviously trying to keep this live protected. and not trigger people. But yeah, he unalived a lot of people and dumped them in the river. And these women who they were from broken homes, or they were the type of people who did a job that is illegal and makes you a lot of money, but it's illegal. You're not allowed to do it. It involves street corners. So he would prey on people like that, people who had broken homes, like young girls who had broken homes, who had family who didn't really care. And eventually, like, I don't know if he got caught eventually, but like, some women are just too trusting. You can't trust if someone says you need a ride. They may seem like a nice person, but in the end, where is it gonna get you? Most of these girls who literally don't trust their gut, they have a gut feeling, but they still do it anyways, put themselves in a position where they put themselves at risk and at danger. You have to be careful. When someone's offering you a ride, just say, nah, no thanks. Like, even if, like, in your heart, you're like, well, today won't be the day. It most certainly might be the day. You know, there's a lot of these instances where I've seen, like, it's that show that I used to watch called I Survive. And one lady, I don't remember if he asked her if she needed a ride. I think it was because she was late to work. She got in his truck. He ended up taking her and holding her captive in his house. No one knew she was there. And I think he even threw parties where he had people over, and they couldn't even hear her because the music was so loud. When he left, she ended up getting, like, uncuffed or something, and she was able to go downstairs, use the phone to call the police and say she was missing. Like, you know, I know that some people do also get taken in broad daylight, but it's all about being aware of your surroundings. And if someone says, like, want a ride, be like, no. See, you may want to play with your life, but I don't. Who asked for it, they would be re-canceling, because apparently people said, you're already canceled. I still have a platform, guys, until TikTok is banned. But you asked for this. If I did the same things to other people being a large content creator, that would be crazy. People wouldn't say that that person asked for it. They would be calling me a creeper. They would be saying that I'm a weirdo. Okay, so this was actually, my algorithm is really, my For You page is really weird. I got 2 videos come up in, like, almost back to back of 2 people being body shamed or being fat shamed. That's crazy. And one person was fat shamed by a large creator with 16 million. I Speed Show, I think it was. I Speed Show. You know who he is. He's a commentator. There's this girl who, I don't know if she was British or Australian. She had an accent. And, the girl had blonde hair and she was heavy set, and she made a video where she was showing her body off or something. Like, she had a shirt and jeans, but she was like, I don't know what it was she was doing, but she showed her full body. And he commented whale emojis, like 3 whale emojis. People said, like, he deleted his comment, because when you click the comment, it's gone. But she commented in her comments saying that he didn't delete it. She did, because she was getting a lot of hate comments because of him. And she was tired of getting hateful comments. So she literally deleted his comment, because she had so many comments she was deleting of people being hateful that she got tired of it and deleted his comment. And that was not the only person. There was someone else who had like 100 followers who was body shaming. I forget, it was her name, but it's like something fat. I forget her name, like Fat Cindy or something like that. I forget her name. It might have been Fat Cindy. I don't think so. But she has like, that's her username she goes by, and like literally got body shamed by a troll account that has only 100 followers and is a nobody. Like, people have to stop giving these people attention because they have small followings. I mean, iShowSpeed obviously doesn't have a small following, but someone with 60 million followers ought to know better than to fat shame people. That's crazy. And to feel so comfortable to do it on the internet is crazy. That to me is crazy. I Speed Show. I don't know how you say his name, but I think, yeah, I Speed Show. You have 16 million followers and you're fat shaming people. You have to understand something. Yes, you have freedom of speech, but it comes with consequences. People hold me accountable, but won't hold other people accountable. That's a poor excuse. That's like saying if someone's being racist, we're not them, so we don't have to like speak on it. We literally don't have to call out them being racist. We just have to let it bypass, right? Or if someone's being homophobic. Oh, well, I saw this person being homophobic, but I'm not them, so I don't have to say anything to them. I'm just gonna let them be homophobic, right? Fatphobic. Oh, someone was deaf being fatphobic to her, but that's not my problem because I'm not them. Do you see? With that logic, people are gonna continuously keep doing what they do because no one is holding them accountable. You care when it comes to me, right? I'm not allowed. If I did that stuff, you would be coming down at me hard and trying to cancel me. So what's the difference? It's very hypocritical of you to be in my comment section attacking me when you don't care. If you don't care about calling people out, why do you continuously care about calling me out? Because you don't like me. Hypocritical. Let other people slide because you love them, because they're like put on this pedestal where they do absolutely nothing wrong. Says me. Why, it is the truth. People use and say slurs on station head. I have yet to see people make videos calling those people out or holding them accountable, because you don't. It's true. Who cares? Nobody cares. And I know that. If you don't care, then why are you trying to hold me accountable? Right? You don't care, period. You don't even really know why you're holding me accountable. There was someone in my comment section earlier being like, isn't she a pedophile? Like, why would you ask that question with no proof? Like, why do you say, isn't she, like, if you definitively know, but you don't really know? Why are you gonna call someone something if you don't have all the proof? You're asking other people to get their opinions, but you could just use your common sense and knowledge to literally look up the info yourself. Like, what kind of a question is that? What's on TV? King of Queens. With Kevin James. The one who's in Hitched, and he's also in I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. What swatting is. It doesn't involve a SWAT team. Just because it has SWAT in the name doesn't mean that's swatting. SWAT team literally means falsely calling the police on someone in hopes to get them unalived because they're a minority. They did it several times. They did it 6 times to me because my dad was black. Which I know what happened. My mom told them nothing happened, but they said that he still did something anyways. And like I said, his mom his family has not been the greatest, you know? And his mom didn't care and hired him a dumb lawyer that literally didn't help him at all, which literally is the reason why I don't know if he pled guilty. He could get rid of that record. Obviously, if he could get rid of it, then that means he's not guilty. Exactly like the white racist people who exist on this app. Don't do that, because it's crazy that you sit here trying to weaponize some man's record just because you really truly don't understand the justice system and the way the system is worked to be against minorities and black people. That, oh, he absolutely did it because he was charged. We don't see it any other way. We can't even fathom that the police are corrupt. We don't truly believe that. That's like that. You are exactly like the white people who say racism no longer exists. Cool. That's clearly going to help end racism, because you're just the same as those white people who say racism no longer exists. I use words that I understand. You use words you don't. I'm just saying. What am I actually doing to fight this? Well, first of all, I try to post a lot of stuff to bring awareness to things, especially when it comes to black people. I literally speak about racism a lot, and people tell me that all I ever do is talk about racism because they think if I stop talking about racism, it's gonna go away. I call out people for actually being racist in my comment section because some of y'all can't even do that. You sit here and watch people be blatantly racist, but you don't say anything about it, especially when they say your hair is a wig, or they refer to me as some sort of animal. And people just laugh and they just contribute and they just start commenting that one certain emoji because they think it's funny to refer to someone who is black as an animal. Is crazy. And then they literally sit here and say you don't know who your dad is because they literally are just trying to say that I'm white so they can call me racist. Then they try to do black erasure by literally saying you're not black, you don't look black. Or they literally say in DMs and literally say you're white, or do black erasure by saying black people don't claim you. Just because you don't like someone doesn't mean that you could sit here and say that black people don't claim them. They're still black at the end of the day, whether you like it or not. It's just like the people that literally sat in DMs, which, trigger warning, okay? I'm censoring it though, but trigger warning. Someone told me to blank myself correctly, what they used to do to black people back in the slavery times. Telling me to myself correctly, which involves a tree and some rope. Which literally involves a tree and some rope, telling me to myself correctly because they thought that was funny. That's crazy. I've gotten the most worst things said about me. And where's that comment? You know, you are literally, they're right, well then get blocked. Next time, don't be racist or prejudiced, because I can't tell by your profile picture. It's a piece of paper. No, I didn't get swatted, guys. That's not even swatting. That's raiding. I've already explained the difference, guys. That video they posted was not my room. It's someone else. I don't know where they got that video from, but they're getting clout off of someone else's video. And that person's going to see them passing that video around saying it's me. And they're going to really hear it from them.